Hello students, welcome to Analog and Digital Electronics Laboratory. So in the previous sessions we have gone through various analog experiments. Those were the first experiment was a stable multivibrator using 555 timer. We have seen both its hardware as well as the simulation part. Then the second experiment, that was a relaxation oscillator by using a micro A741 IC, and it's both simulation and hardware part also we have observed. And finally, in the just previous session, we have gone through the third analog experiment, that is on window comparator, again by using micro A741 IC, right? And its simulation and hardware part also we have observed. Now onwards, we are going to see some logic design part of your analog and digital electronics laboratory part, in which you can see that in today's session we are going to see the fourth experiment, that is all about adders and subtractors. So here, as according to the syllabus, you can see here we have to realize half adder and full adder by using the basic gates. Similarly, we have to realize the half subtractor and full subtractor using the basic gates. Right, that is the thing. But with respect to the hardware, we are going to perform this half adder, full adder, half subtractor and full subtractor by using the basic gates. And we are going to develop a code for the half adder, half subtractor, full adder and full subtractor by using the HDL code. Okay, so that is the thing, but we are going to perform the simulation of these adders and subtractors. Fine. So here you can see that in today's session, I'm going to focus on the simulation part. In the next session, we will see its hardware part. So here for this simulation, what we need is a personal computer, okay, and any Windows related operating system, okay. It should be XP or the upgraded version of the XP, okay. That is nothing but Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10. Followed by, we are going to use a new simulation software called Xilinx. Okay, so in the previous three experiments, we have used the multi-sim software, but now onwards, we are going to use the Xilinx software for this logic design part. So I hope you have gone through the full adder and full subtractor, full half adder, half subtractor, okay, that all those equations in your theory part. Okay, so all these pin diagrams we will focus whenever we'll go through the hardware part. Okay, so now let me quickly jump to the simulation part. Okay, so before going for the simulation, let us have the truth table and these equations for this adders, subtractors. You can see that for half adder, we have two output. One is a sum and the one is a carry out. That is, for the sum we have equation A into B plus A into B. Okay. The next one, for the carry out, we have A into B. Okay. The next one, sorry, this sum is nothing but here it is not A into B plus A into B. It is A bar B plus AB bar. Okay. So similarly, that can be seen for the half subtractor also, okay, where difference is nothing but our A bar B plus AB bar, but borrow will be A bar B, whereas in the half adder it will be AB. Fine. Next one, with respect to full adder, you can see here it's a equation. Okay, so here this is the sum equation and this is the carry out of that full adder. The next one, the difference for the full subtractor and borrow for this full subtractor. Okay, these equations we are going to use in our simulation part. Okay, the next one we will see one by one simulation for half adder. Next we will go for the half subtractor, then we will go for the full adder, and finally we will go for the full subtractor. This is the simulation code that we are going to use in our Xilinx software. Okay, so now let me go for that software. You can see on this desktop there is a icon called Xilinx ISC 10.1. Okay, so this is the version that we are going to use in our lab. You can see once I clicked on it, the project navigator is going to open up. Okay, and it may take some time to load all its related libraries. Okay, you can see at the bottom it is displaying opening project. Okay, all the previous project, okay, which are not closed properly, will taking the time to load. Okay, and one more thing here is I am running on the Windows XP operating system, hence some kind of slow movement you can observe. Okay, so here you can see that some unwanted windows, okay, it is popping. So what I will do, I will go to the file and I will click on this close project. I will click on this close project. Okay, it will take some time. Okay, once I close the project, you can see that now I am empty. There is a no project is open. Now I can start with a fresh project. The next step, go to the file, new project. Now next, it is going to pop up one window called a new project wizard, and it is asking for a create a new project. So here I will give some project name. It is better that I can go with some USN. Okay, so I will use 4VP19 CS. For me, USN will be 000. Next, the project location. It is better to choose that location which is easy to trace. Okay, now you can see that within this Xilinx folder, okay, which is present in the C drive. Okay, within that we have one more folder, that is 10.1. Within that folder I have a ISC. So here I am going to click OK. Means my project 4VP19CS000 will be stored in this folder. Okay, that is a C within that Xilinx folder, within that 10.1 folder, within that ISC, and within that this 4VP19CS000. Then the top level source type, here we are using HDL. Okay, that is hardware description language. Then next, click next. And next you have to make some arrangement. Okay, so here you must be ensure that in this new project wizard we are going to set the device. Okay, we are going to set the device, and that device that we are going to set here is XC3S200. Okay, so first you have to go for the product category and keep it as all. Then the family should be Spartan 3. Then device should be XC3S200. Then the package will be FT256, and speed will be, that is -4. Followed by the top level source type will be HDL, synthesis tool will be XST, simulator will be ISC simulator, and preferred language will be VHDL. Okay, and enable enhanced design summary, that should be checked. Okay, once you're done with this part, then go for next. Okay, so it is asking for the create a new source. Okay, I will add the new source. Okay, letter. Okay, now for this time being I will click next. Again click next, and finally finish. This is the project summary window. It is going to show. Once you are done with this part, click finish. It is taking some time. You can see on the left side of your screen, okay, something has changed. You can see that here this 4VP19CS or 000, which is your project, and within that project we have kept one device. Okay, that is XC3S200. Okay, so that we have to keep it like this. Okay, once you're done with this part, then next one, click on this device and right click, click new source. So as in your syllabus they have mentioned the VHDL, so I will click on the VHDL module and let me go for the file name. So first I will go through the file name, that is the first I want to do the half adder, hence I will use the half underscore add, okay, shortcut, okay. So half underscore adder, okay, let it be. This is the file name, okay, and that will be stored in this project, okay, for VP19CS 000, and add to project should be checked. And next, click next. Now next one, you can see that here in the half adder you have input, that is A and B are the input, sum and carry that will be the output, okay. So what I am going to do here, see here I can go for the small a, I can go for the caps a, okay, these are nothing but a variable, okay. Whenever you're changing the variable, subsequently your program should have that variable only, okay. I will show you how to use that one. So here A and B are the two input, okay. Then the S is the sum and C is the carry, okay. Next here, what I will do, here I will use A, small a, which is nothing but input, okay. In means input. Similarly, next one is B, that is also input. The next one I will use sum, okay. I will use the complete term sum, and that is nothing but output, right. Next one is carry, okay, that is also our output, okay. Once you are done with these things, okay, click next. Okay, now it is showing that your entity name is half adder, architecture name is behavioral, port definition, A is input, B is input, sum is output, carry is also output. Next, click on finish. Okay, you can see that some predefined terms, okay, in your program. Okay, now you can see that it has written everything. Okay, no need to type this IEEE, okay, and all this header files and all, no need to type. Okay, here it has written the entity part also, okay, that is right, that is what the source name, half adder, that is going to start with the half adder and it is going to end with the half adder, and within that we have a port. Okay, so A is the in means it is input, that is the standard logic. B is the input of the standard logic, sum is the output of the standard logic, carry is the output of standard logic, right. So next one, here I have to change, okay. To save the time, what I will do, I will just copy, see anyhow this part is it is already defined, so I will just copy this remaining part, okay. I will copy this remaining part and I will take this complete part and here I am going to paste, okay. Now we ensure that, okay, the sensitivity should be maintained, because this Xilinx, okay, this is this HDL, this is very case sensitive, okay. So here the architecture name that I'm going to use here is half adder, okay, and the entity that I'm going to use is half adder, okay. Means this architecture half adder is consist of half underscore adder, that is nothing but my entity, okay. Be sure with that one, means this entity name, okay, this entity name, and here also it should be same, okay. Next one, here if you want you can change this name also, if you feel that okay I will go for a small one, okay, half adder, okay. So that is nothing but HA. Once you use this architecture HA, okay, here end also should be HA, it should also be HA, okay, that both the things should be same, okay. Architecture beginning, that is this one, and end also should be same, and its entity whatever it is deriving that should be same, okay. That is half adder means here also half adder. Is contain is begin, okay. You can see that yes, here yes means sum, but here you can see here I have declared as sum, okay. So instead of yes I will use sum, okay. Next one, here I have used the variable carry which is defined, so here I will use carry, okay. Now next one, we have the equation for the sum for this half adder, that is not A and B or A and not B. Okay, so that will be given to the sum. Here this symbol, it is a assignment operator. Okay, it is an assignment operator, means this output, okay, its output will be stored in sum. Similarly, the carry we have, that is A and B. Okay, A and B, that will be stored in carry. Okay, once you are done with this one, you have to save. Okay, you have to save this file. Once you have saved the file, okay, next one you have to click on this half adder. Okay, you can see that here, half underscore adder, that is the entity, okay, hyphen HA. HA means what? Our architecture. Then click on this. You can see in the below this particular box, okay, which is nothing but processes box. Here we have some various terms. Within that we are going to use this synthesize XST. So here I am going to click on this plus box. It's going to expand. Okay, now I want to check that what is my whatever the program that I have written is proper or not. Okay, that is the but I will perform the compilation process. So here I am going to do the double click. Okay, you can see something is rotating, and in the bottom you can see it is started the checking the syntax for the half underscore adder. If any error is there, means we can see the error in this area, okay, in the bottom area. Okay, yeah, you can see that process check syntax completed successfully, which indicates that my program does not have any error. Okay, and after that, if you want to know it's a RTL semantic, okay, then you can just double click on this view RTL semantic. Okay, if you want to see, you can see that one also. Okay, but once you're writing the program, next you have to double click on that check syntax to see the output. It is taking some time. Okay, now I want to see the RTL schematic diagrams, okay, of this half adder. Okay, fine. Now you can see that this is the RTL schematic diagram. That is, A is the input, B is the output, and output is a carry and sum. Whenever you double click on it, you can see its internal architecture. Okay, so A and B are ANDed. Okay, so that is nothing but your carry, and your sum is nothing but again one box is there. Okay, if you double click on it, you can see its internal architecture. Okay, see that it has developed by using the basic gates. Okay, if you want, you can see the output, otherwise you can leave. Okay, it is an optional. Similarly, if you want to see for the technology scheme, okay, you can double click on the view technology. Okay, here also we can see its technology. Okay, kind of input, okay, input not one, input one, okay, kind of technology based can be seen. Okay, if you want again further, you can see it's this particular box. Okay, it contains the AND gate, okay, which is taking the input and producing the output. If you want, you can see the truth table for it. Next to Karnaugh map also you can observe. Okay, these are optional. Okay, if you want, you can go through that one. Okay, our main, you have to check the syntax. Okay, just let me close this one. Okay, now next one, we have to output. For seeing the output, what we have to do here, just on this half adder, that is nothing but our VST file. Here I am going to click, I am going to press the right click and new source. Here I am going to use to see the waveform. I will click on this test bench waveform. Okay, so here I'm doing on the half adder. Okay, let me go for the full name only, half underscore add underscore bench. Okay, underscore bench. This is the waveform that I'm going to use. You can see the location should be same, and be ensure that it should be clicked. The next adding to the project, then click next. Next, finish. Okay, now it is asking me for the initializing the time. Now we are not using any clock here. We are using the combinatorial circuit. Okay, so I will click on this in the clock information. I will click on this combinatorial. Okay, the next one by default GSR FPGA, that is of 100 nanoseconds. Okay, output will be of 50 seconds, assign input will be 50 seconds. These are default values. Okay, initial length of the test bench 1000 seconds, and time scale will be in terms of nanoseconds. Okay, no need to change. Just you have to click on this combinatorial. That's all. The next, click on finish. Okay, now you can see that here we have to give the input. Okay, we have to give the input. That is the thing, but we have to supply the A and B signals based upon that low and high, that is 0 and 1. Okay, we can see the sum and carry output. Okay, you can see that in this a little kind of I don't know which color it is. Okay, kind of a green color. Okay, or any other color. Okay, so in this place I can change this. Okay, I can change its value. That is the thing. But when I click on it, you can see that it is transition from 0 to 1. Okay, again if I click 1 to 0. Similarly here also. So what I will do here, I will keep it as it is. That is nothing but here 0, 0. Here also I will keep 0, 0. What will be the next one? That is 0, 1. Okay, 0, 1. Next one I will keep it for another one, that is a 0 and 1. It will be as it is. Okay, next what I will do, I will go for 1, 0. Okay, that will be 1 and 0. Let me keep it for this one also 1, 0, and here I will keep it as 1. Anyhow it is 1 only, and 1. Okay, 1, 1, and here also 1, 1, and finally I will go for 0, 0. Okay, once I click, you can see in the left part of it, its values are getting changed. Okay, or otherwise with the help of this timeline also you can observe. Here it is 0, it is also 0, here it is 0, 1, it is 1, 0, it is 1, 1, and finally 0, 0. Okay, once you are done with this assigning the waveform, okay, next save it. Okay, you can see that this bench is saved. Next I will close this bench. Okay, now next one I will go to this sources. Okay, here in place of implementation I will click on behavior simulation. Okay, next one I will click on this single click on this half adder. Okay, now you can see here we have a Xilinx ISC simulator. Okay, Xilinx ISC simulator in this process. Okay, just click on this uh, plus box. Next you will get a simulate behavioral. Okay, double click on it. You can see that it is executing. It will take some time. Okay, so this is your output. Okay, A and B is your input, sum and carry will be the output. Okay, now with the help of this timeline, okay, or timestamp, okay, I will read the output. You can see that whenever I'm moving, the output is changing. Okay, so that is nothing but the 0, 0, 0. That is nothing but when the A is 0, B is 0, sum will be 0, carry is also 0. When I keep it over here, you can see A is 0, B is 1, then the sum will be 1, carry will be 0. The next one, when I keep it over here, you can see that when the A is 1, B is 0, then the sum will be 1, carry will be 0. And finally, when I keep it over here, you can see A is 1, B is 1, then the sum will become 0, carry will become 1. Okay, so this is the output. And if you see, go for the one more last stage, that is nothing but when A, B are 0, sum and carry will be 0. Okay, so this is the output of your half adder. Fine. Next one, I will close this one. Okay, I will close this output. Okay, now we are done with the half adder. Okay, now we can go for the half subtractor. As we know that here, just if I place in place of A, if I place a not A, okay, we will get a half subtractor only, but we have to change the difference and borrow, okay, in place of sum and carry respectively. But it is better that I will go with the new file. So what I will do, I will click on this, I will go to the implementation part. Okay, next I'm going to remove this. Okay, I'm done with this one. I'm going to remove. Yes, I'm going to remove. Okay, so here this file also I'm going to close. Now again you can see that I am there with the project and our device. Okay, now for the half subtractor I will do the same process again. That is, right click, new source. Okay, for the half subtractor, what I will do, I will go for the HDL, that is VHDL module, and I will use the name half underscore sub. Okay, half subtractor. Okay, then you are adding to this project. Next, so here we have the input. That is the half adder, half subtractor. Okay, so here also A, B, okay, are the input, difference and borrow are the output. So let me do the same thing here. A is the input, B is the input. I will go with the difference, that is the output, and borrow. Okay, borrow is our output. Okay, once you're done with these things, click next. Okay, you can see the definition. Okay, overall summary. A is the input, B is the input, difference is the output, and borrow is the output. Finish. Okay, you can see that again we got a new HDL file. Okay, for the half subtractor. This is the entity half subtractor, and here also half subtractor. Okay, the next one, you can see that here A is the input, B is the input, difference is the output, borrow is the output. Okay, and ending with the same entity name half underscore sub. Next one, in place of this, here we have to write the code. Okay, for saving the time, what I will do, I will just copy this one. I will copy, and in this place I will paste. Okay, so here you can see carefully, here my architecture name is, okay, that is subtractor, that is SB. Okay, SB, okay, is my architecture. Okay, or I can take it as, instead of SB, I can take it as half subtractor. Okay, so in the same name it should end, that is half subtractor. Okay, and next one, here you can see that it is sub here. Okay, but the entity name is half underscore sub. Okay, so to choose half underscore sub is. Okay, the next one, you can see that our difference equation, that is not of A and B. Okay, just to verify that A is declared over here, A is also declared over here, B is also declared, here also declared, but you can see here diff, double F is there, but here it is only single F. Okay, similarly for the next one, borrow, that is R. Okay, both now all are matched. Okay, now next I have to save. Click on save. Okay, once it is saved, okay, what is the next thing? Next thing is we have to click on this file. okay, in which you can see that it is a half underscore sub, that is the entity, and HS is the our architecture. Okay, once you just click on it, single click, you can see that here again you will get in this form, that is a synthesize SXT. Okay, then click on this plus box, then double click on the check syntax. Okay, you can see that now it is somewhat fast. Okay, process check syntax completed successfully, which indicates there is no any errors. And if you want to see, you can see the RTL schematic of this half subtractor. It will take some. Okay, so okay, you can see that here A is the input, B is the input, borrow, and difference is the output. Double click on it, and you can see the AND gate is there. Okay, and the next one that is A naught. Okay, ANDed with the B. Okay, that is your borrow. And next here you can see this A B bar. Okay, that is OR with the borrow. Okay, so that is what the RTL semantic diagram. Can close it. If you want, you can observe this view technology schematic. Okay, double click on this. Okay, in this unit, if you double click, you can see the its internal connections. You can see it's a truth table, Karnaugh map. Okay, if you want to see. Okay, yeah. So we are done with the check syntax. There is no any error. Let me close this. Now next one is we have to perform the bench. Okay, we have to apply the waveforms, right? So for that, here go to this file, right click, new source. Okay, now we have to go for the test bench waveform, and here I will go for half subtractor. Let me go for the half underscore subtractor underscore bench. Okay, underscore bench. Next here it is checked, it is clicked, test bench waveform, then added to project, next, finish. Okay, so again it is asking the initializing the time. We are using the combinatorial. Click on this, and rest of the things will be remain as it is. Then click finish. Okay, now next we are going to assign the values 0 0. Yes, 0 0 means two stages we are taking. Okay, next one is here 0 1. Okay, similarly here also 0 1. Okay, next one is 1 0. Here also 1 0. Here it will be 1 1. Similarly here also 1 1, and finally 0 0. Okay, once you're done with this part, again save it. Once you are saved, close this. The next one, go to the there, click on behavioral simulation. Okay, you can see that previous one also it is showing. Okay, we have just removed this with respect to implementation we have removed, but with respect to behavior we didn't remove. Okay, let it be as it is, not a problem. Okay, because whenever we want to see the output, that time you can directly go and see the output. Now anyhow I am focusing on the half subtractor, so click on this, just a single click. Okay, and you can see that in the Xilinx ISC simulator, the checkbox, the plus box will be there, and double click on this simulator behavior. Double click on it. Okay, now you can see the output. So use this timestamp. Either you can drag like this, otherwise in some place only you can just double click. Okay, for this mouse cursor is over here, double click. It is going to come automatically. Okay, but sometimes it is going to pop up such kind of window. So it is better that you can drag. You can see that A and B 0, difference and bar is also 0. And next one, A is 0, B is 1, difference will be 1, bar will be 1. Next, A is 1, B is 0, so our difference will be 1, bar will be 0. Then the last one, that is A is 1, B is 1, so our difference will be 0, bar will be 0. And again, we will come back to the original state, that is 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, so this is the output for this half subtractor using the basic gates. Okay, let me close this. Okay, now again I will go here to the sources and I will go to the implementation part. Okay, so now I have to do for the next experiment, that is a full adder. So I will remove this file. Remove. Yes. And here also I will remove. I will close this file. Okay, now again we remain with our initial state, that is our project and our device. Okay, now I will go for the a full adder. So for that, a new source. Next one is VHDL module, full underscore adder. Okay, full underscore add VHDL module. Okay, and saving to the same location, adding to the project. Next, now let me see for the full adder. You can see the full adder consists of A, B, C. Total 3 inputs are there and 2 outputs, that is sum and carry. Okay, so here A is the input, B is the input, C is the input, sum is the output, and finally carry, that is also output. Next, okay, the summary. Okay, because if you have done any mistake means again you can go back and you can modify and finish. Okay, you can see that everything is coming, that everything is written over here, our main thing. So A is input, B is input, C is input, sum, carry is the output. Okay, so entity name is full underscore add. Okay, because that is the name of the file. Okay, so full underscore add, that will be taken as an entity part also. Next one, architecture. So in this architecture part, I am going to change. Okay, so this part is anyhow it is same, so only this part I am going to take. So here this architecture I'm going to use like this. You can see that here it is not AD. Let me take it as a full adder. Okay, and it should end with the full adder. Okay, these are just a name. Okay, name should be same throughout the program. And here entity name is full underscore add, but here it is FA, so it is not possible. So I should go for full underscore add. Okay, once you are done with this part, okay, next you have to check, okay, is there any other errors are there or not. Okay, everything is fine. Now next one, I will save it. Okay, once I save it, you can see that the file is having full underscore add entity and FA has the architecture. Okay, and sum, okay, that is same. Here also sum is there, carry, here also carry is there. Okay, next one, click on this file. The next, here you will get that synthesize XST. Okay, again double click on the check syntax to check whether any syntactical errors are there or not. Okay, you can see that the check syntax completed successfully, which indicates no errors. And if you want, you can see that internal architecture also. Okay, just for you I'm showing. Okay, so that just to have some idea about this Xilinx software. Okay, its properties, what are the types of things it's going to exhibit, how friendly it is to the user. Just have some patience. Okay, you can see that consists of A, B, C input, carry and sum as the output. Then double click, you can see that it's internal architecture. Okay, double click here, you can say in its internal architecture. Okay, next one, if you want to see, you can see its technology. ABC, carry and sum, double click. Okay, and next one, within that you can see its internal architecture, the connections. See, all this kind of connections we are going to make in the hardware. Okay, then the truth table. Okay, then the Karnaugh map, it is going to follow. Okay, these are the things that you already seen in your theory part. Okay, so yes, syntax is proper, right? Now let me close all those things. Now the next one is I have to apply the waveform. For that I have to create the bench waveform, right? So next one, click on this file, and next one click source. The next test bench waveform, I am going for full adder underscore bench. Okay, then next click next, finish. And it's asking the same thing, just click on the combinatorial. Okay, rest of the things are same. Finally finish. Okay, now you can see that we have three inputs. Three inputs means so totally how many waveforms? That is nothing but we have to give the 8 inputs. That is nothing but 2 to the power 3, right? So that is about 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, sorry, 1, 0, 1, okay, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, okay, and finally we go with the 0, 0, 0. Okay, we are coming back to the original state. Okay, so this one is, you can use this timestamp. You can see that this is just to see the changing in the value, that is 0, 0, 0 for respect to ABC. Next one is 0, 0, 1, then here 0, 1, 0, then 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, and finally 0, 0, right? So once you're done with this part, again save it. Okay, yes, it is saved. Just close it. Okay, so for to check the output, implementation to behavioral simulation. Okay, you can see that it is showing other things also, but I am interested only on the full adder bench. Okay, just click on that. Okay, and you can see that your simulate behavior will be there. Okay, double click on this. And you can see we got the output. Let us verify. So ABC 0 means sum is 0, carry is 0. Now next one, when A, B, C, okay, C is 1, so sum will be 1, carry will be 0. Next one, B is 1, remaining things are 0, so sum will be 1. Okay, so just in this way you can verify. Okay, otherwise you can go with a single click. Okay, don't go for double click, single click. Okay, so you can see 0, 1, 1. Okay, sum will be 0, carry will be 1. One more click here. A is 1, C is 0, B is 0, sum is 1. And here also 1, 0, 1, sum is 0, carry is 1. And here 1, 1, 0, output will be 0, 1. Finally, when all are 1, sum and carry will be 1. Finally, all are 0 means it is 0. So this is for your full adder. Okay, once you're done with this part, okay, you can again close it. Now finally we will see the full subtractor. Okay, now let me come back to the implementation part, and here I will remove this full adder. Yes, okay, so it is removed. Next one, this one I'm going to close. Yes, now I'm there with the project name, project file, and our device file. Okay, so for the full nodes, full new source. Next one, VHDL module. File name, let me take for full underscore subtractor. Okay, and click next. Now let me see for what are the input. You can see that here A, B, C are the input, difference and borrow are the output. Okay, so A is the input, B is the input, C is the input, then difference is the output, and finally borrow is the output. Okay, next summary. Yes, finish. Okay, next here I have to do the modification. Okay, I will copy from this file. Just for saving the time I am doing like this, otherwise the video will become more lengthy. So here just see that it is, let me go for, it is a full subtractor architecture, hence it should also end with a full subtractor. Okay, next one, here the entity name is not FA, it is full underscore sub. Okay, because here entity name is full underscore sub. Okay, and yes, difference, that is variable name is also same, diff borrow is also same. Okay, no any problem, save it. Okay, once you have saved this one, next one click on this. Okay, you can see that this is a full underscore sub, that is the entity, and fs is the architecture. Now within the synthesize AXST, double click on the check syntax. Okay, process check syntax completed successfully, there is no error. Okay, and if you want, you can see this view RTL semantic and view RTL semantic. Okay, okay, let me show that one also. Okay, anyhow I have shown for the remaining three means, so let it be for the fourth one also. It takes more time. because first time it is creating that all the forms. Okay, so ABC bar and difference. Okay, and it is the internal structure, okay, of this subtractor. Similarly for the view technology semantic, same thing. Double click and it's internal. You can see that it's architecture, it's truth table and column of map. Okay, fine. Let me go for the waveforms. Next, click on this file, new source, test bench waveform. So it will be full subtractor underscore bench. Next, finish. So the same thing, combinatorial, click OK, and finally finish. Here also we will go for the same thing, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. Okay, the next one is a 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. Okay, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. Here it is 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, and finally 1, 1, 1, and finally all are 0. Okay, next save it. So done with the save, close it. Okay, then next to go to the behavioral simulation. Okay, then here is my full subtractor underscore bench, then Xilinx software. Within that, double click on the simulate behavioral. And you can see the output now. That is 0, 0, 0 means all are 0. Next one 0, 0, 1 means difference and bar will be 1. Okay, you have to verify with your truth table. Fine. 0, 1, 0 means 1, 1. 0, 1, 1 means 0, 1. 1, 0, 0 means 1, 0. 1, 0, 1 means 0, 0. 1, 1, 0 means 0, 0. And finally 1, 1, 1 will be 1, 1, and finally all are 0. Okay, so when you're done with this one, okay, this is the simulation for your full subtractor. Okay, close it. The next one, go to the implementation part, then remove this file. Okay, and next one, close this file also. Okay, now you are remaining with the project name and the device file. Okay, so we will keep it as it is, because for the next experiments, okay, we will go from here only. Okay, because here I have used the USN, right? In the similar sense, you have to use your own USN. Okay, and later you can perform but the device file family should be same. Okay, it should not be differ. So this is all about your half adder, full adder, half subtractor, okay, full subtractor. So these are the waveforms that we got from this simulation software. Okay, I hope you got some idea from this experiment. Okay, so here I'm going to stop this session. Thanks for the listening. Bye.